This is Lianghao, and I'm gonna talk about how I implemented this simple chat room application for my FSE homework. So first of all, I would like to talk about the technology that I used. For the front end, I used the typical JavaScript, HTML, and CSS stack. I also implemented some bootstrap features to make my chat room unified. For the backend, I use MongoDB as my database to store the usernames, chat messages, as well as formatted timestamps. MongoDB is a very popular and relational database that is very easy and flexible to work with. For real-time messaging, I use Socket.io, which makes it easier to handle the real-time messaging. For backend logics, I use Node.js on top of Express. And let's get to the details. On top, I define all the node modules that I will need. Their Express is needed for the server. Socket.io is used for real-time messaging, and I also need MongoDB to store and retrieve information. Also, this line of code indicates the user-defined JavaScript and CSS are stored in the public folder. So first, we define the root URL that the people who want to enter the chat room will use. And when a user connects, a MongoDB instance will automatically generate it and retrieve the last 5 messages from the database and send them to the user client. And when a user disconnects, Node.js will remove the user name from current online users, and likewise, this part handles the logic when user tries to send messages, and this handles the scenario when user list changes. This is the HTML file, and it combines with some bootstrap features, very basic bootstrap features. And this is the client-side JavaScript, which handles the user input, database information, and other data that will be presented. So let's get the chat room work. First, you have to log in with a username, and you can choose another username to log in, and a user can post a message saying hello, and both sides will automatically update it with the message. And also Jim can reply to Eric, say, hey, Eric. And when a third user want to log in with the current online username, it will a pop-up will say that your name is taken, so he can log in with the username that is already on the current online user list. So a user can disconnect, and when a user disconnects, the current online user list will automatically update. And if this user log in again, and the user list will also get updated, and the MongoDB instance will retrieve the last 5 message from the database and present to the user. And Jim, right now, he can post a message again saying, how are you? And also the message list will automatically get updated